My most memorable Christmas Eve was when I was an intern. I just graduated medical school and I had to spend Christmas Eve in the hospital. It was going to be 24 to 36 hours of pretty tough work at Grady Hospital in inner city Atlanta. We admitted many sick patients, and it wasn't until that evening that we were able to round on the patients that we had already admitted. One patient was someone who had been in the hospital for about 3 weeks. He was an emaciated, elderly, white male who had been admitted to figure out where his cancer was coming from. And my team and I would periodically, over the preceding couple of weeks, we would go into his room, we'd bring him extra puddings, and he would just devour them. And his IQ was 50 or 40. He wasn't conversant, but he was a pleasant person. He really enjoyed eating. Well, his daughter, who was affluent and wore the gold jewelry, told us that the state was investigating her, starving her father, even though she knew he had cancer because she was taking very good care of him. After a few weeks of negative tests, his daughter came to me and asked me, what did we figure out? And I said to her, look, we've done every single test and it really does look like he was malnourished. And her face grew dark and she stormed away. But the answer was pretty obvious that our patient was being starved by his family. I went in his room around 10 o'clock that night. His roommate was a young African-American man who was incarcerated. He was handcuffed to his bed for a gunshot wound, which he was healing from. And I saw him kind of leaning over there, and he was feeding this emaciated white man. And he was just talking to himself. I heard him on the other side of the curtain saying, "Hey, Miss T, we got you an extra pudding here. You can have mine." And as soon as he saw me, he went on lockdown. And he said, "I ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing." And I told him, I said, "Look, that's really good of you to take care of him. We need all the help we can get." And he got a big smile on his face. He said, "Well, I like helping people." And I smiled at him and gave Mr. Teal some pudding. I shook his hand and wished him Merry Christmas. And myself and all the residents were all wearing Santa hats to celebrate the season. And he said to me, "Doc, I dig your Santa hat. I dig your Santa hat." So I gave it to him, and he put it on. He was pretty happy. It was a long Christmas Eve. I didn't get home till the next morning, Christmas Day, but it was probably one of the happiest Christmas Eves because even though I saw a man abandoned by his family, I saw a prisoner in chains taking care of a stranger in need. I think the key is, instead of focusing on getting the love that we feel like we deserve, I think that true health is giving the love that we are able to. And truly, I think that's what transforms our health and what brings us true joy in life. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to my channel. YouTube things.